We want to welcome you to another edition of CTE Insider Report. In this installment of the Insider Report, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We actually have with us a couple of guests who are CTE insiders. First of all, I'd like to introduce the chairperson of the Center for Teaching Excellence Board of Directors, Ms. Brendalyn Black.
Good morning.
And we also have with us the Chief Financial Officer of CTE, Dylan Barrera.
Good morning.
First of all, we're here today. We're going to introduce a new program that we think that a lot of folks will get excited about. In fact, we already know that many people are excited about. And we've been reading our Dr. Seuss books and things like that, which we'll talk about. I think in the television industry, they call that a tease, but I don't know much about the television industry. First of all, I'd like to talk to a real special guest and someone who I've known since 1995. Ms. Black has been an education activist and advocate for teachers and for students, and I've known her in her capacity working with the Clark County Education Association, also working on 2 foundation boards, and always been one to look out for teachers. And I'd just like to, first of all, thank you for everything that I've seen you do and all that you've done for me. Also, why don't you give folks a sense, for those who don't know you, who there probably aren't, but just a few.
Okay.
And you've recently retired?
Yes, June the 6th.
So you can tell us how you're enjoying your retirement and what that looks like. But I know you're still doing work for CTE.
Oh, yes, I am, and I'm going to Holland next week, so I'm excited about that. But my real heart is CTE and teachers. I think I moved here in 1984 because of my husband's illness. And I saw all the things that I felt that teachers were missing. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
For all you Detroit folks out there, you know. I know there's a lot.
And when I got here with a sick husband, there were a lot of materials and things that I needed, and I was not provided with them. So I got active with the union, and I also was hired by the UNLV to work with the Upper Bound program, and I soon became the program liaison officer, and that's where I was shared with CCSD and the university trying to get teachers involved in education. I've been with CTE since the beginning, and we've done many things. We've given out many scholarships with the 2 foundations. We've done all kinds of things to help teachers. And that's what's important to me, because teachers give so much of themselves and spend so much money, and I don't think people really realize how much money we spend.
Well, I know that you had been one of the chief proponents for years before the foundation, Silver State Alliance Foundation, that was part of our tutoring program. But we also had essentially what was created to be a school store. And I have to say that was a highly successful program. Yes. Where teachers could come in. We were able to help victims of Katrina who had moved in to teach, and new teachers who came in by the droves to pick up things that had been donated by companies or by teachers who were retiring. Yes. And they would give it to that school store. Unfortunately, when that foundation, the No Child Left Behind ended and the tutoring program ended, so did that store. But for many, many years, I give you total credit for being the one who really made that happen and helped a lot of teachers in this county.
Well, thank you. That's what we're about. We're about teachers. And that is my concern. And I think we all benefit from it, the school district, the teachers, and our board, in helping them out.
Now, before you retired, you were a school counselor. You want to tell us?
School counselor at Burke. I was also on Professional Standards Committee, and I was commissioner for the Title I program. It was a lot of things I did because I wanted to see teachers improve.
And besides counseling, what were your other? Did you have any other positions in the school district, or had you been a counselor from the first?
Counselor from the beginning, because I came from Detroit, where I was an administrator and counselor, and then I came here. Yeah.
Well, I understand that we have some goodies to talk about, and your latest project with CTE, which you helped to establish what we call the Gift Back program. You want to give a summary to folks about the Gift Back program and what CTE is doing for schools?
Yes, I'm so excited about this program. You know how they said we're always supposed to keep things in Vegas, but this is one thing I want to spread about Vegas and about CTE. We had materials left over from our tutoring program, and so we've made boxes and things to give out to teachers, and later on you'll see some of the teas that John showed you in the beginning to share. Dylan's going to tell us something about it, who is our CEO, financial officer, about our program. We're going to be doing a giveaway, or a gift away as you want to say it, John.
Now let me reach over here to Dylan Barrera. Dylan's been with the CTE for, he's not quite as young as he looks, but he's been with CTE now for probably about 4 or 5 years, and is the Chief Financial Officer, and is also responsible for keeping up with what's been going into these boxes that we have, which are now pretty well strewn across the CTE offices. Dylan, tell us about, we know some of the things that are in these boxes. Tell us about how many boxes that you have for teachers or for schools, how they're actually getting into people's hands, and how folks can get a hold of these boxes.
Okay, so today we have about over 300 boxes that we've put together for teachers and all these schools, and we're still in the process of putting in more and more. In these boxes, what we have like Dr. Seuss books that we have done. We have calculators, we have pattern blocks, all the basic, essential needs that kids can use. And
I understand that each box has a value of probably $400 to $600.
yeah, it's actually $400 to $500 is valued on each box. So
this is pretty significant gift to be able to give to school. How can people use these boxes? How do you see, what's the vision for how those are being, when they're being distributed, how they're going to be used, and who they're going to?
Right. CTE kind of sees that it can happen in a few different ways. One, they can go in the library for all the kids when they go in. The second thing that they can do, they can go to certain classrooms, those students that may need it more. Or third, we're working with the school district, and what they can do is that they can put together a program as well and distribute those materials.
That's excellent. I actually did a delivery of 4 boxes yesterday, and in one of the cases, the principal is going to be able to distribute to families who don't have any books at home, and the school has very few resources. So there's probably a number of creative ways that this material can be used, and obviously CTE is thrilled to be able to work with schools, work with the school district, work with teachers. And a shout out to CTE ambassadors.
Yes.
CTE has an ambassador program which now has well over 150 representatives, if you will, at each school. So as these boxes go out, how many do we think we're going to have? And are they just for I see the Dr. Seuss books. Are they just for elementary, or can others use it?
Actually we have them for middle school and high school. We also have textbooks that we've collected over the years, algebra, sociology, those general courses like that. So we do have textbooks. We're going to get them out to high schools as well so they can use them.
I understand there's also office supplies, office furniture, things like that, and CTE has available for people.
Yep, that's a little bit bigger that we're gonna move towards once we get all these boxes out, but we also have furniture and stuff like that we would like to get into the teachers' hands.
So we know the Insider Report has a large viewing audience. If anybody out there is looking to score some books or some office furniture or things like that, how do they find you? How do they get a hold of this stuff?
Very easy. You can give us a call at our office. It's 702-697-0006. Go ahead and give us a call. And
you want to give us that number one more time as we put it up on the screen?
Yeah, 702-697-0006. So you guys give us a call anytime throughout the day, and we'll be happy to put your name down, your school down, and we'll go about distributing it after that.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
That concludes another edition of the Insider Report. Again, thanks very much to our guest, Dylan Barrera, and a special thank you to
Thank
Brindley
you.
Black, a veteran of Clark County Schools, a wonderful chairperson of the CTE Board of Directors. Thanks again for doing what you
Thank
do.
you for
Thanks again
having
for
me.
being here.
Thank you.
Have a great month. We'll see you next month on yet another edition of the CTE Insider Report. I'm John Jasonic, your host. See you next month.